The reality is that you will grieve forever. You will not get over the loss of a loved one. You will learn to live with it. A quote by a well-known author and psychiatrist, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who also theorized the 5 stages of grief. My guest today is Nathalie Grall-Sorensen, who has endured and embraced grief with grace and a purpose. I came to hear about Nathalie through a common friend, to whom I was animatedly expressing the need to do more for a cause that's close to my heart, organ donation. 2 years ago, I registered myself as an organ donor and believe that much needs to be done to raise awareness about the same. Just then, my dear friend Sadaf shared with me her award-winning article that she wrote about Nathalie and her son Vigo. Nathalie is an incredible mother of 2. Her 36-year-old daughter Coralie pursues agri-farming and lives in Spain. Her son, Vigo, 17 years old, passed away a year ago in Dubai. Understandably, Vigo's passing has been the most challenging phase of Nathalie's life. She has channeled her grief and pain in helping and supporting families that have lost a child and have come forward to donate organs. She champions the cause for aftercare for donor families. She also manages an animal welfare charity group called Friends of Animals. From the other side, it's my privilege to be in conversation with Nathalie. Welcome, Nathalie.
Thank you for your invitation. I'm very proud to be here today.
Thank you for being here. It means a lot to us. Nathalie, if I can take you back to those early days of your childhood, to trace the various facets of your personality, passion, compassion, love, empathy, and strength. Would you tell us a little bit about the kind of experiences you had when you were growing up?
Yeah, I born in a traditional family in France, in Normandy. And, it was after the war. It was really family. The mom is not working and taking care of the children. And we grew up with a lot of, I have a brother, and we grew up with a lot of love, a lot of compassion. My grandparents are a big impact also on my childhood. And my parents were Christian, Catholic. And we went to the church every Sunday. We had traditional meal with grandparents on Sunday. It was really tradition at this period. So I grew up with really a lot of love, compassion, and the value. My parents were strict. We had the value to say thank you, hello to people, and I think that's thanks to them for the value they gave me. Yeah.
And that's quite apparent that these are solid values that you've grown up with, which has come to show itself in your personality to who you are today.
Yeah, it's given a big impact to be raised with love and value.
Absolutely.
You have the tool to move in your life. Huh?
So true. Yeah. So true. Nathalie, tell us more about Vigo. What kind of a boy was he?
Vigo. Vigo was a special human, full of happiness, respectful, lot of manners, determined. He loved everything that he was doing. He was a lot of compassion for animals and human, because for me it's part also the both of it. And he was very completely crazy of sport. I think he tried every sport when he was small. And he was wakeboard champion in UAE, and unfortunately he had a surgery of the femoral bone, and he has been 2 months in a wheelchair, which was for a kid of 13 years old, it's not easy. And they told him that he could not continue the wakeboard due to this injury. But he never gave up. He continued, and he focused on the golf. He spent his his life on the golf. His home was Jumeirah Golf Estates. 5:30 in the morning, he was to train. He wanted to be champion. Everything he wanted to do, it was a dream.
To his best.
He believed in dream. And he was good at school. The last 2 years, he was at James Wellington Academy, and he had a fantastic years. He loved his teacher. He had good friends, 4 good friends. We were very close to him. A fantastic and amazing girlfriend. He was very happy what he was doing. And golf was his passion. So I spent my time to drive him to school, to the golf, and non-stop. He had tournament in Bahrain, in France, in Denmark, Germany, Czech Republic, everywhere. He was well known. He played everywhere.
And he was playing amateur golf championships.
He was a junior at the beginning because he was young, and then he started to
represent
play
UAE?
In UAE in adult man
That's incredible.
tournament. And yes, he reached the last year everything. He was happy of himself. He was good at school. He was focused to get a scholarship in the US. His dream became a reality. And we never fight. We argue sometimes, but we had a very big complicity, and he gave me love, unconditional, like we gave him love. But we were also parents who take care of him. We really spent a lot of time with him, and it's why he was really an adult. With a lot of value also, because spending time with the children is the most incredible things you can do.
And it's a bit rare to find a relationship like this where it almost sounds like you were good friends.
Yes, good friends. I woke up every morning, 6 o'clock, cook for him special food because he didn't want any sandwich. He wanted really traditional food. So, and he came in the kitchen and said, "Mom, did you have a good sleep?" And I was, yeah. And I was cooking at 6 o'clock. And we spent a lot of time to drive. And I remember I said, "Vigo, I'm so tired to spend so much time in a car to drive you, but now I have no regret because we share so many things, music, friends." Vigo was friends with everyone. I mean, he didn't like or he liked, but he had no enemy. And it was a son that every mom wanted to have. And people said, when you meet Vigo, you never forget him, because he had so happiness on him, and he was really funny. He has a lot of sense of humor also. He established good relationship with friends. He had amazing coach at Jumeirah Golf Estates, Michael Sweeney, where he spent so many time with him to reach the level he had been. Amazing. I mean, you're a mom, so of course you love your child, but then when he passed away, you discover so much after, so much that the part you didn't know about your children. I mean, yes, I knew, but he knew so many people.
And the kind of impact that he's left with being here for such a short time is quite a testimony to the fact that he was such an incredible young boy.
Oh yeah, what he achieved in 17 years old, I wish that all kids achieve what he did with so much happiness. He was always happy.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's 27th of January 2022.
Yes.
Like any other morning, Vigo wakes up, has breakfast, goes off to the golf course and then to school. What happens next?
So what's happened is incredible, because all mom was a child who passed away. We know exactly the date, the timing, everything. So as usual, he went at 5:30 to the golf in Jumeirah Golf Estates. I pick him up at 12. And he did A level, so he had a lot of time to practice. And I drop him at the school, and 1 hour after, he said, when I pick up, I don't feel my little finger. And okay, he's a golfer. I didn't pay so much attention. And 1 hour after I dropped him at the Wellington Academy, he called me and he said, "Ma'am, I have a numb hand." And I said, "We go to emergency now." And Vigo was really, when he had something wrong, he wanted always to go to hospital. So we go through the emergency, and they didn't find anything. They did a blood test, and we left after 1 hour and a half. And we came back home, and 3 hours after, he looked at us. He was with me and my husband, and he said, "I don't feel my lips on my hands, my arm." And it was the last word, was a number of the emergency to call an ambulance. And if fall down, it was finished. He was already in coma. So we called ambulance. They came. At this moment, I knew exactly it was finished. I had a voice to cry that I will never have this sound again. So ambulance came. I didn't want to go. My husband went and he called me. He said, "It's bad. You need to come." And he was already with a plug. And we saw a doctor who came with a light. He put in her eyes. And he said, "Brain dead." So you are in a survival mode. You don't understand, but you know it's finished. Brain dead is mean it's finished.
He suffered intracerebral hemorrhage, and he was declared brain dead.
Yes.
When you heard the words brain dead, what went through you?
So brain dead, I know what it is, because in France, we have a lot of awareness of organs, and brain dead is the one who gives the organs normally. So when it's happened, you don't realize. You are in agony. You are bleeding inside. You are in a mode survival. Your head is not working. You know what it is, but you don't want to admit what it is. So what's happened? You go back home and you try to understand. You said, "Why me? Why?" He was absolutely healthy. He had a coach for the gymnastic. He was eating healthy. Nothing could show a sign of this. What's happened?
And previous to the morning of 27th January, nothing that could have indicated for you to have done any tests or run him through anything, because often we do know that if there is some kind of a sign that the body is giving you as a mother, you're aware of it, but that wasn't even the case.
He didn't complain about anything. He didn't have headache. He didn't have anything. The only sign is when I pick up, when he said I didn't feel my small fingers, and the big sign was he had numb hands. Numb hands was a big sign. Unfortunately, I'm not doctor. And
how would you know? How would you know?
Exactly. And good for us, because I didn't panic. I think that he was quite concerned, because he's a golfer, he had tournament and he could not feel his hand, and he had a party planned at my home the day after with his friend. So he was really concerned, but I don't think he panicked so much. At least he didn't show me the panic. When they called and they said the blood test is fine, I think that he was not in a panic. And good.
So you hear the words you hear, and the feeling is that of numbness, of emptiness inside, because you're not processing the grief in totality, because it's all just unfolding.
Yeah.
At what stage or at what point did you feel that this is it, you've got to say goodbye to Vigo? And organ donation, how did that happen for you?
So first, you don't think to say goodbye, because you still have so many questions. So we left after this information. We cry all the night. I think I cry for all my life. Is why now it's not going anymore. I think I spent all my tears. And we came back every day. And this is what it was very difficult, is nobody talked to us. He was in ICU. And And I don't blame anyone, but I think that the staff also were very emotional and they could not talk to us. So we went every day, and you look like you have a newborn baby, huh? From the toes to the head. You see everything, you talk to him. And the amazing things also is that he has 4 best friends at school, and the girlfriend from the school, they came at ICU. Can you imagine at this age to have the courage to come and to talk to Vigo every day they were there? And the girlfriend keep the hands of Vigo for 3 days. And this one, this is what I wanted to say, the potential you have in each human is incredible. Because this young, not prepared, they never had a friend who passed away like that. It's new for them. They went every day, they give support to us. And at the end, we didn't know what to do because nobody talked to us except brain dead. Okay, I look in Google, I try to understand, and I knew brain dead means donation organs. So after the 2 days, they said the delegation will come to see you. And I said to my husband, you will see it's for the organs. Because I knew, and I was so upset because you have a lot of angry, you have no support, no hand on your shoulder at the hospital, and you feel really on pain, bleeding inside, agony. And these people arrived, I have to have bigger respect because for me they changed my life. The chairman of organs donation, Dr. Ali Obedi and Dr. Reggie, they came to the hospital. They came from Abu Dhabi, and we meet them in a room. And this is the first moment in these 3 days that I have a little humanity. That they talk, who was Vigo? What's going on? They leave us to talk about Vigo. And they talk about organs. And at this period, before to meet them, I went to check, and I could see that organs donation is less than 10 years in UAE. So I had so much anger. I said, no, if they don't perform well, but then they talk about organ donation, what they achieve. They talk also about a young French guy 1 year before Vigo, who had a jet ski accident in Abu Dhabi, and the family gave the organ. He saved 5 lives. And I met recently the mom, which is incredible also.
Fantastic.
And with this, we decided to give the organs, and I will never regret. It has changed my life. These 2 persons changed my life, because to know that 5 lives have been saved and that the family happy around and someone is living with the organs of Vigo, I can tell you it's a big difference. For me, it helped me every day. It's like Vigo left me a mission, and he left a mission also on this life. He was not only champion in his life, champion of golf, but champion of organs donation. That it's incredible. I'm so proud to be his mom, and he gave me 17 years of love that I wish all parents get this.
To experience it.
Yeah.
The one thing certain about life is death.
Yes.
Yet I find that it's the one thing that we have an existential fear discussing it. Discussing death or normalizing conversations around death, because I also feel that when you lose a loved one, and probably all of us have experienced this loss of a loved one, whether it is a parent, a sibling, a friend, I believe that there is no greater pain or loss that you experience than that of losing a child. The question I have for you is, there are stages of grief. To someone who has lost a loved one, what would you say is the process of grieving? Is there any process? And I remember you mentioned this to me in our last conversation.
I will not call the grief, because for me you don't recover. But what I read and what I feel myself, and everybody is independent and is personal. For 6 months, you're a zombie. You're in agony. You are bleeding inside. Nothing is working. You are just in a moment aside from your life. So the first 6 months are terrible, because you need to accept the unacceptable. Then you start to think. You have so many questions, and I think that is very important. What I said, whatever the different culture or how the kids pass away, is that the parents, the mom bond together and talk about their feeling. Nobody can understand until, unfortunately, you go through that. But you can stand up, and the universe will guide you. And the potential in each human is incredible, because you can see all parents honor their children they are warrior. They are writing a book, create an association. They are doing some climbing. They do some education in a school. It's incredible, these parents, how they have changed and transformed their life. Is a transformation. And yeah.
That's wonderful to hear that there
but
is...
But we can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
Organ donation that Vigo did, that you did on behalf of Vigo, has that helped you in a way of closure of pain?
For me, love never dies. We still, there is something connected with universe, and we are in a process of life, but it's continue. Why I'm stand up today is because I feel so much love. I feel connected to Vigo. For me, given the organs and knowing that some life has been saved, it's a gift.
And Vigo has saved 5 lives.
Yeah. And Vigo he was altruist, he was generous. I'm sure he would have, I mean, he's proud of us. But
the decision
yes,
that you made, right? Yes,
I'm sure he is. When we look each other with my husband and we said, let's go for the organs. I think that it's for us, it's to give a gift of life, a gift of love. It's and you know, this is what I want also to explain. It's not question of religious is universe. Is compassion, helping others. It's nothing to do with religious.
It's nothing to do with religion. It is to do with love and compassion that you spread with this. Yes,
it's a gift of love you give. We give with no return.
Yes.
So, but I read a lot on the. When you have only 2 days to take decision to give organs, and you are in a zombie agony, it's not easy. It's not easy. And people, I saw, because I'm on a French page of forum of mom who lost kids, and they said, no, I could not, because also I think there is misunderstanding. They think they will never see again the body, but they have a big respect when they do that. I talk with surgeons, they have minutes of silence, they respect the body, and they give back, not a
dismantled body, but they give you body in a respectable.
And I think nobody talks about that. And this is a question of so many people. No, I cannot give the body.
Yeah.
So you cannot blame these people. They are in a trauma when it's happened, and you have to take a quick decision.
Yeah, so I just want to understand a little bit about why a quick decision, Nathalie. Why in 2 days? Because the organs need to be harvested as soon as possible.
Yes, otherwise the body in a dead brain is with some machine.
Right.
And if you continue too long, anyway, it will stop. The organs will be damaged.
Stop functioning. Right.
So you have no point. Is to unplug or to give life.
Right. And here you are grieving, or perhaps from numbness to the sense of loss, to now taking this decision of actually giving away organs of your child, and then what kind of feeling would you be left with? So much to grapple with.
It's a lot, but me, I always turn the question, do you want to save a life? The body will be back, the soul is gone. I mean, the soul never disappears.
And you said something to me when we spoke first, that when you stood next to Viggo, at one point you felt...
It was not anymore him. After 2 days, because I kissed him during the 2 days, and I feel he was not anymore there. I mean, it was not him. I had the feeling, I cannot explain, but I'm very connected with universe. So people think maybe I'm crazy, but this is my feeling.
I don't believe you're crazy. And the opposite of pain is not joy, but in fact it is acceptance. And I believe that to be able to accept what's happened, something as grave as this, is just so powerful and so big. This connection that we speak about of a loved one that's gone, to the person who has lost, it's very real. Yeah. Tell me, how do you feel connected to Viggo today?
Viggo and me, we are only one. And he guides me.
He guides you?
He guides me, sorry. And I met so incredible people since it's happened. I think he ensures I'm busy, because I'm always busy for animals, for organs, for seeing some mom. The only people who can understand our pain, our bleeding inside, doesn't matter the culture or the reason the children pass away, is to bond with other mom. It's helped a lot.
And this is so interesting again, Nathalie. The reason I say this is because we are social creatures. Thousands and thousands of years ago, when we were hunting, if we had gone alone for hunting, most likely we would have been killed by a predator.
Yes.
The point of coming together as a community, the point of coming together as social groups, also helps in processing grief. It's very difficult for those who are from the other side looking at you,
yes,
to understand or perhaps even completely comprehend what that loss means. But for us to be able to help and support each other in this time of pain is important. Just to be able to hold each other's hand and say, I may not understand your pain completely, but I'm here for you.
Yes, definitely.
Is important.
But we are in a culture that this losing a child so young is a taboo.
We don't talk about it enough.
Because people, they're afraid to talk about sickness, about the death, and a young children, how I can talk about that. So
we need to confront this. We need to discuss it. We need to normalize conversations like this.
But the culture is changing now. You talk more about the death, there is some help, support around. And we are in another world. For me, I have already a foot in another parallel world.
And you often find Viggo saying things to you, even now?
Yes.
And they're funny things as well?
Sometimes I said, I talked to him before to go, and I said, Viggo, guide me, that at least my English is not so bad. But I have been invited to International Organs Conference in Abu Dhabi, and I was a speaker, and sometimes I said, what are the questions? He said, no, talk with your heart and it will be fine. And you are with how many people in front of you in a room, and suddenly you have the micro and you have to talk. And I said, Viggo, please help me now. And honestly, so far I sorted out very well, and I'm even proud of myself. And I continue to be asked to be speaker.
And I'm sure Viggo is proud of you as well.
Because I want to explain also, okay, for the organs conference is more to talk what's happened to Viggo, and from a tragedy, what you can stand up and you can change something. And I want the people think that you fail, but you stand up. You fail, you stand up. The life is a lesson of life, is a lesson. Everything's happened for something.
For a reason.
So yes, sometimes it's very tough. Of course, losing my child has been the incredible changes in my life, but I live in a deeper life now. I feel that I am doing things who can make a change, and it helped me a lot. And I don't forget my animals because they are part of the universe also.
Absolutely. Nathalie, it's been a year since Vigo has passed away. What is the change that you desire to bring about with the various initiatives that you are supporting and you're propagating?
Yeah, I think that Vigo left me a big mission to continue and to give support to the mom and to talk about organs donation. He left a big impact behind him, and I think we need to do awareness about organs donation here. I am very, very proud and happy to work with the health authority and to be ambassadress for organs aftercare donor family, and to give support to the mom who has been through this agony. And I think this is how we understand each other. And I will continue to talk of my son, to talk about this story, because I think it's really what we call a big impact, but also what we said, when it makes something very, the story is
very powerful.
Because I'm also convinced that to give the organs had helped me so much to continue to live and to know that people are living through Vigo.
So to create awareness for organ donation is one part of your mission. What you'd also like to do is take care of the aftercare for donor families. Yeah. And that's important for you, because bringing people together in a communal where you can share your grief and pain and experience and importantly draw strength from it, right, is important.
It's a big inspiration.
Yes.
It's a big inspiration, and I was also impressed by myself, the impact that it has been. The health authorities has done 2 movies on Vigo's story, and it has been a lot of view on it's fantastic. I'm very proud. Also, I continue to investigate what can be done from my side. I am in contact with a big American association of aftercare donor family, what they can do to honor the family.
To honor the families of organ donors, yes.
What can be done because people need also to have
to be acknowledged.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That without us, it will be no life saved.
And 5 lives is what Vigo has saved. And coming forward to become an organ donor, again, is something that needs to be highlighted, needs to be emphasized. We need to have enough conversations about it, because it can make the world just a better place.
Yeah, and just remember, there is many people who are dying at hospital because there is not enough organs. People are dying here or in another country because in the world there is not enough donation of organs. And now, I mean, thanks to the fantastic surgeon, it's amazing team. Huh? I've been to the conference and you cannot imagine how many people involved for the donation of organs. It's without the surgeon and all the staff coordinator on all these people, we will not make it. It's magic. For me, it's really magic.
And that's wonderful to hear that we have that kind of team and that kind of support here, right? To be able to...
It's coming.
It's coming.
Because you have to understand it's new.
New here, yes.
But
it's still nascent.
Now they have started to create this aftercare donor family. It will be soon a Vigo fund to educate in university for organs donation.
That's incredible.
Vigo continue to shine, and I'm so proud. And I'm also impressed at the speed is going now in UAE to talk about organs donation. They've made a program called Hayat, which means life in Arabic.
Yes.
And they are doing a lot of campaign.
And which is where you can register yourself as an organ donor, because that's where I registered as well.
And we can put the link also. Yes. And they also want to prevent, because as there is not enough organ, they want to prevent that the people need to be healthy. And they started a big campaign also to stop, to reduce sugar, to do sport, to maintain
healthy organs, right?
And this is why Vigo effect, as they call, it's important, because Vigo was a big sportive. And on the same time, he was champion golf.
Yeah, so he was a healthy young boy.
Exactly. He did a lot of sport, gymnastics. You don't play like golf like that. You need to train your body for exercise before to achieve what he achieved. I mean, he transformed his body incredible. The last year, he was really a nice-looking man. Huh?
I'm sure, and I can tell from the pictures that he was a handsome young boy.
Yeah. And he left the impact. He was in a World Golf magazine, so it's an incredible story, because he was the first interview he did. It was 2 weeks. It was published 2 weeks before he passed away. Then they made another magazine where to mention the death of Vigo, and then the 1 year after. They did I love it because it was really well done, the Vigo's effect. Vigo's effect, what it's the impact of Vigo after 1 year. And you see that the doctor I met in ICU, he did a paint of Vigo with a golf ball on his frame. The school did a frame of Vigo with a heart with a golf ball on the school, James Wellington Academy. Now they have a trophy named Vigo for altruism that they give every year to. So it has been very fast. I said sometime to Vigo, now you have to reduce the speed because it's going so fast.
But this is Vigo, right?
I'm so happy. He gave me so much love when he continued, because this is what I want to say to the mom who lost the kids. Love never dies. Life is a process of becoming. Love is unconditional and forever. Vigo love will live on forever. Pain we suffer is for lifetime. We don't recover. We turn the tragedy into transformation. And parents who lost kids are doing legacy for their children. Everything is energy. Energy is never lost. Nothing is actually lost in the universe. It's not only a loss, but a big change. So he's part of this world. Somehow, I know he is, definitely. And I feel my life full of love and light. And I'm sure he watches.
I'm sure he is watching us even today. And this is such a beautiful message to give to the universe, but importantly also to share with other mums who have perhaps experienced a similar loss.
You can stand up.
Yes.
You don't. Your pain will not go. You don't recover.
The pain doesn't go away.
But you have to adapt to the pain, and you can live. You can laugh. You can enjoy life. And the more important is to leave something, an impact also on this life.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I hope I can leave an impact how as Vigo has left the impact on life. I hope he will. I will continue on. I will compete with him.
You're competing with Vigo for sure, and I can tell you that there is definitely an impact that you leave whenever you speak, whether it's in a forum that you're invited to, whether it's just sitting on this couch and speaking to me. I can feel that positive vibe, that energy. If I was to ask you, Nathalie, what are your 3 non-negotiables that you do practice every single day? Is there something that you do every single day?
The 3 non-negotiable is to call my mom. My mom is 85. It was very difficult for her to lose Vigo, because Vigo, I teach him that he has to be in contact with his grandparents, so he called my mom very regularly. My mom spent 2-3 months every year in Dubai, so
they had a
really
close relationship.
Enjoy Vigo, and he was so give a lot of care to my mom. He was very adorable. So the call to my mom, because my mom is not eternal, love is eternal, but to talk to her. The second is to leave a message to my daughter who lives in Spain, who is far away from us, but she has been very, very, it was a big trauma for her to lose Vigo. Even she believes in universe, but she misses him so much. So I leave a message, I'm fine, have a good day. And she has a lovely little boy, Paolo, so I give her my voice message because I know she is busy. And the third one is for me, is to spend my time when I woke up. I had my liter of tea in my garden, the view on the Gulf, and I have a lot of gratitude. I am with my cats, silence, the birds, the nature, because remember, the nature helped to recover. Everybody who lost someone they love, the nature is a big help to grief. So my mom, my daughter, my pot of tea with my cat in my garden, and I have a lot of gratitude that I'm still stand up, and also I said I will have a good day.
So if there is one single thing, Nathalie, that you could tell every person in the universe, what would be that one thing be?
Stand up, believe in universe. You will be guided, definitely.
Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. We never lose the ones we love. They accompany us. They don't disappear from our lives. We are merely in different rooms. This is a quote by Paulo Coelho, and I don't think there was a more appropriate way to, at the moment, end our conversation. I want to say from the bottom of my heart that I feel extremely grateful for you to have taken the time out to come here and to speak with me. This means so much to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.